Welcome, Hawk fans. Excited to have you back for another episode of the off season.
Okay, Hawkeye fans, welcome back to our final episode of the off season. I came back to help Matt out because this thing, it was struggling a little bit. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, we are so excited to be back. And today we are talking with a very high profile Hawkeye that everyone is very excited to see perform out on the field. Can't wait for you guys to hear from Mark Gronowski. We're talking all things that have been going on this summer. And we're just super pumped for you to hear this interview. Thanks for coming back. This is Talkin Hawks, the off season, brought to you by Hills Bank.
No matter where you are in life, Hills Bank is here to help you succeed.
Whether you're buying your first house, saving for your child's future, or preparing for retirement, you can count on the people at Hills Bank for the support you need to reach your goals.
It's easy to connect with a banker in person, over the phone, or on hillsbank.com.
Because we believe banking is better through human connection.
Hills Bank is an equal housing lender and FDIC member.
Hey, Matt.
Hey!
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry, Mike. I think we need a mic alert.
Yeah,
Like
if
a
anebody
headphone
has
alert.
headphones in,
You're
yikes.
welcome. Excited. You're back.
I know. It's like you don't see me every day.
Actually, every day.
That's what
I'm
I'm
excited
saying.
to see you back in the studio.
I'm so excited to be back. Brock is here too. John's just holding him. Our lovely producer John, has volunteered to have Brock chill here with us today. He's not quite ready to be babysat yet. It's kind of a hard baby
He's
at the
kind of
moment.
picky.
A little bit. I don't even know how to do this anymore. It's been a while.
You don't know how to riff?
You know what's hilarious is we're going to do this. We're going to show this interview. Oh, there he is. Could you hear him in the background? Maybe. We're going to do this interview or show this interview, which was recorded
Back in February?
back in February, I think. So I would have been about 30 to 40 pounds heavier than I am at the moment. Oh yeah. Crazy. It's going to be kind of funny to see the two versions of myself right up next to each other. But anyway, I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited to have you back.
Hey,
So
thanks.
what we've been doing is I've kind of just been coasting.
Mhm.
And so I just kind of ramble. Matthew just usually occasionally gives me a thumbs up that I'm okay. But
Okay.
for the most part, I mean, has there been any news kind of this off season that you've seen since you've been away for so long?
You're just going to put me on the spot,
I
Matt.
am.
That is not a smart
What
thing
did
to
Dom
do
do?
because I'm going to be honest. I've been living in this like really small bubble in the confines of our new home because we moved houses. We had a baby and this said baby hates the car seat.
Oh, yeah.
Therefore, I haven't really left the house. I have 3 children under the age of 4.
More time to doom scroll on.
No time to scroll. That's the problem. So I haven't seen like any news. I haven't been keeping up with anything. And I know that's really bad. But I do know that the Hawkeyes the football team, well, the 3 football players that they take to Big Ten Media Days, that just happened very recently. It was, who went? Logan Jones, Cohen Entringer, and nope, don't tell me, Ethan Herkett.
Ethan Herkett.
Yeah. Also, they did a little like social Instagram reel of Ethan asking KF a question. Did you see this?
I did not.
Oh, like when they did his like press conference and stuff. And so they had him like act like he was a
Good.
reporter.
I love that.
Did a great job. But his birthday, he's like, your birthday's coming up. What are you going to be doing for your birthday? You guys share the same birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah. August 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what year
It's
he
when
was
dogs
born.
are born.
When dogs. Yeah.
DAWG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. Kind of interesting though. Fun
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Mm-hmm. You know what this year is?
What is it?
I don't really have any news. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have any news. I haven't been keeping
I'm
up
just
with
excited
anything.
you're here. You could go as long as you'd like.
You know what? I'm also excited about
Hmm.
how old you're gonna feel this year because it's
Oh.
the 10-year anniversary of the 2015
You don't have to
undefeated
do
team.
that to me.
Yeah, the 2015 undefeated team. You guys are getting all back together, and is it in November
I don't know if it's October or November. I know it's against the Oregon.
against the Oregon?
Yeah, I was gonna say the Ducks, and then I was gonna say Oregon. I'm so happy to have you back.
Just to give you crap, and people will say, "Be nicer to your husband," like that.
Please bring in those comments again.
But yeah, that's happening this year.
Mhm.
We have a pretty good home schedule.
I feel like there's a lot of, I don't want to say hype, but like soft hype.
Maybe.
Obviously, with our interviewee that we have for today's episode. Again, this was filmed back in February, so
Oh,
keep
yeah.
that in mind when we're
Yes.
asking questions and where he's at on campus at that time. But
True.
really excited to kind of see what he does now. He's starting to throw, do a little bit more, kind of get indoctrinated into the team a little bit.
He was on that like show. Did you see that show? It's like a barstool show. It's like a podcast.
Oh,
but then they had him
saw
like
clips of it, but I didn't watch the whole thing. No,
is like yak or something. I've never heard of it.
I don't know.
I mean, more.
You've been in the bubble. It's hard to know.
But he was like playing like
I saw him play
had to,
bags.
like, play bags and then like hit a ball and like shoot a ball and like all this stuff. Very athletic. Looked like he was feeling good. What I'm saying is looked like he was like feeling good, agile.
Sure.
All the things.
Sure.
When do they go to camp? Do you know?
They'll be coming up right around the corner because we're July 25th.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Did you spend your birthday in camp?
Every year. That was my birthday present.
Really?
Yeah. Here's a hotel for 3 weeks.
I didn't know that.
I loved it.
You went on August 1st?
It was right around then. It was either August 1st or August 2nd or July 31st. It was always right around my birthday. It was like check-in. Okay.
Well, I'm trying really hard to get Ben McCollum on the podcast.
Oh, you're just going to put that out there?
Shout out, Ben. Oh, yeah. Why not?
Why not?
Speak it out.
Ben.
Out into the universe.
Sorry, Coach McCollum.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for correcting that. Look at you. I come back and you're like, I'm just going to say whatever is on my mind. Trying. Do my best. I would really like to hear from him. It sounds like he's got a really good thing going on campus. The roster's full, from my understanding. I
know you weren't here when I talked about it, but he was hooping with Cooper DeJean.
Yep.
He still got
cool.
it.
Yeah, he just looks like a really cool guy. So I really want to try to get him on the pod, chat with him. So we'll see. See if we can fit that into the schedule. His schedule. Mine's pretty open these days.
Also not at all. It's
yeah, I know. Both. I know. That's so true. But anyway, really excited to be here. I don't know if I have anything else. Just a really great interview. I hope everyone can hear the background coos from Brock.
He's in a good mood.
He's in a good mood. He likes John. No,
I think as far as like news, other than Big Ten Media Days, Jennings Dunker and Logan Jones got Big Ten honors. They kind of pick one or two from each position that are going to do well, essentially, in their position. And not shockingly, we had 2 offensive linemen picked for that. But no, I think there's like a quiet hype going into the season. I'm excited to see kind of what happens training camp wise, Kids Day, all that kind of stuff, as they kind of get wrapped up here. But yeah, I think I'm cautiously optimistic about what this year could bring. Nice. And Mark is probably going to be a pretty big piece of that.
Yeah. Should we just get into the interview with Mark?
Probably.
Okay, cool. So we've got Mark Gronowski on. And just another quick reminder, I think we've said this will be the 3rd time, but this was filmed all the way back in February. So that's why I'm still pregnant, 1. And 2, a lot of the conversation we're having is like, just like where he was at on campus, where he was at in the process of like getting onto the team, all of the things and getting included into the team, I guess. So anyway, without further ado, we might as well just go into this interview because I've been waiting so long for it to drop. Everyone, please enjoy this interview with Mark Gronowski right after this break.
Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is an official craft brewer of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether it's in season or the off season like we are now, join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon, home to the VandeBergs, where you can enjoy fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and the new neighborhood beer, all while cheering on the Hawks.
Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Iowa Hawkeyes all year long. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Enjoy responsibly.
Matt, did you know that Iowa City Tire does more than just tires?
Well, yeah. I mean, they've been servicing vehicles in the corridor for like 40 years.
Right. But did you really know that before someone had to tell you?
No.
Check out how they're doing things in a very different way at Iowa City Tire and Service, where service actually comes first.
The Appliance Barn offers a wide range of high-quality appliances at unbeatable prices.
Whether you're in the market for a new refrigerator, dishwasher, or washing machine, they've got you covered.
They also have a delivery and setup department to ensure your appliances get delivered and installed quickly. To find out more, visit appliancebarn.com.
We are so pumped for this off-season interview and so excited to welcome to the Hawkeye family. Everyone, please welcome to the Talkin Hawks podcast, Mark Gronowski.
How are you guys doing?
Hi, Mark. How's
Thanks
it going?
Thanks for having me on. I'm doing great.
I'm so happy that we finally got to get you in. I had a heck of a time just getting you scheduled to get in here. You're a busy guy these days.
Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, we got a lot of football stuff going on to start it off. It was kind of got thrown right into the mix right when I got here. So it's been a wild first couple of weeks, and even the weeks before that leading to coming here was wild. But I'm glad I'm kind of finally getting settled in.
That is so crazy. Well, we're going to get to all of the like getting to Iowa, transfer portal, all of that kind of stuff. But normally with these interviews, we just like to start all the way back at the beginning, like little kid Mark, where you grew up, family things, all the things like that. So first of all, where are you from?
From Naperville, Illinois, which is about like 30 minutes southwest of Chicago.
Is that kind of like the bougie suburb of Chicago?
That's what some people say. That's what some people say. A lot of people from here or that come to school here are from Naperville.
Yes.
Like I was talking to already guys on the team. They're like, oh, you're from Naperville? That's what everybody says. So
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
It is too, like every class, I would always make a joke, like every class you're freshman, you're like the icebreaker thing, like say where you're from. And I was like, oh, I'm a suburb of Chicago.
Yes.
How far away is Naperville from Chicago?
30 minutes.
Fair.
So it is suburb.
I would
That's
say
not bad.
anything
But
within
for-
45 minutes is a suburb of Chicago.
You could say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I got in trouble a little bit in my old school saying from Chicago because then the guys that were actually from Chicago got a little mad about it. But
Yeah, you got
you
called
have
out.
to start saying suburbs of Chicago.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. Okay, so Naperville, was it like normal neighborhood? Was it more like that city feel? Like,
It was more of like a normal neighborhood
Okay.
feel, but the downtown area is like pretty much just like downtown Iowa City too, which is really, really nice. Yeah.
nice. Okay, what family? Do you have any siblings?
Yeah, so I have a sister. She's a lot older than me, but she played softball at Butler. She has a kid and another one on the way, which is awesome. And then I have a brother. He has special needs, and he competes in Special Olympics. And
No way.
Oh yeah, he's all over that. He actually competed in the USA Games and won the gold medal in flag football a couple years ago, which was really awesome. Yeah,
That's incredible.
Yeah.
Do you coach him up a little bit?
I try to, but he usually just watches football. He watches so much like basketball and football on TV that he'd rather just watch those guys and listen to what they have to do than what I
They
have
are
to
the
say.
pros, I mean.
Right, exactly.
That is so cool. What are their names?
Ryan and Sarah.
Ryan and Sarah. Okay, and then is Ryan? He just said he's younger than you.
He's 4 years older than me.
4 years older than you.
Yeah.
No, so you're the
Okay.
baby.
Yeah, I am. I'm the youngest.
Nice. Do you get the baby treatment? Like,
A little bit. My sister gets jealous sometimes. She's like, oh, I got all these rules growing up and you get nothing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, it's just a part of being the baby of the family, right?
yeah, totally different parenting styles. I
Yeah.
can relate. I'm also the baby of the family, so I
Yeah.
completely get it.
Yeah.
That's really cool. What sports did you play like as a kid? Were you just involved in everything right from the go?
Yeah, as a young kid, I literally, whatever I had time for, I was doing, whether that was camps, swimming, basketball, football, baseball. I mean, literally anything that I could possibly do in that time, I was doing that. But most of the time, I was just playing basketball, baseball, and football.
Okay.
Any obscure sports like tennis or lacrosse or anything wild like that?
Nothing. I mean, swimming, I think, is kind
little
of different. I did that for like a couple years. I tried wrestling. That wasn't for me. I wanted to play more basketball. But those just like the classic three, I guess. So
What was your first, like, how did you feel going into wrestling? What's the word I'm looking for? First impression.
Oh,
Right,
that
like-
these people are crazy.
Thank you. So we just, we mean it in the nicest way. We just got our son involved in
Yeah.
wrestling. And so he started going to like,
He's 3.
Yeah. So he's been starting to go, cause he's got a lot of violent energy, those
Oh
little
yeah,
boys,
you got to
like,
let it out.
we
You gotta
gotta
let it
get
out.
this. We gotta put
Yes.
this somewhere. Anyway, and we walked in and I was like, these little boys are nuts. Like he's gonna fit right in. This is awesome. So that totally checks out. So then I guess past kind of like the like pee-wee sports, like t-ball, that kind of stuff, you get into middle school. What was kind of like your main focus for sports?
To be honest, I still always focused on those three: basketball, baseball, and football. Like I didn't do one at that time. Did do one more than the other. My dad actually coached me in baseball and football, which was really, really awesome. So I got to spend a lot of time with him. But I really just worked on all three, like trying to get the most out of like all athletics that I can and just meet so many different people and then become like the best athlete I can be by being so versatile, I guess. So that was kind of like all my middle school years. But
Yeah. We talk about that often with guys that come in and women that come in from different sports that like right now, I feel like in youth sports, it's so common to just like specialize, right?
Right.
Like right from the get-go, specialize in, baseball, especially baseball. That seems like it's a year-round thing these days. But it does seem like a lot of the D1 guys and women that we have come in is like, no, I did everything, especially basketball.
yeah.
Basketball is one thing I feel like a lot of guys were like, yeah, that was my,
Oh yeah,
My-
like the AAU kind of stuff. Even though like Jay Higgins, Deontay Craig,
yeah.
like they went and played AAU. Did you play AAU?
Yeah, I did for a
I
little
knew
bit.
it.
Yeah.
So you traveled around?
Not really too much.
Okay.
Just more just around like the Chicago area and all those, like if it was like a close state, I would go, but I was playing baseball too. So I was playing travel baseball in the summer and AAU at the same time. So
Oh
it
my
was like,
goodness.
I couldn't make both tournaments all the time. So I'd always just like skip out on the long ones, play the close ones.
That's a lot. So your parents were around a lot.
Yeah, no, they were. I mean, they were always moving. And when I was going through all that stuff, my sister was playing college softball, so it was like they were going all over the place, and it was crazy. But I vouch for playing 3 sports all the way through, because I know that there's some kids that end up burning out when they're playing like really young and only playing on one sport. But like when you actually can play multiple sports, like your potential doesn't reach like its highest point until you actually like start specializing. Like that was my biggest like trying to recruiting pitch coming into college. Like, hey, I've been playing all these sports. Like I haven't just specialized in football. Like I have so much more room to grow. And I think that's what kids can really use too. So
We had Spencer Leon, which I don't know if you recognize the name.
oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. National championship wrestler that
There
he
we
was
go.
he was the one on the video that like said like he tore both his ACLs and then was still wrestling, right? Yeah.
So in high school, he said that like his dad made him go out for cross country, even though he didn't want to, because it kept the hunger for wrestling higher. And so I think to your point, playing 3 different sports, it's like you're focused in on what you're on, but you're really excited to get to whatever the next one is, even though you're enjoying what you're doing. Kind of thing.
Right. And it'd always be like whatever sport I'm in, that was my favorite sport at the time. But then like by the end of that season, I'm like, oh man, I'm really looking forward to the next one. So
Gotcha. Do you dabble, like when you were at South Dakota, did you dabble in any like rec basketball?
oh yeah, we'd always go to the rec center and
Oh, okay.
you said Hooper? I don't know. I'm more of a football player playing basketball. But we'd always go out to the rec and we'd always play. And even like my freshman year, I remember there's a concrete court outside with like some like solid rims that were like not bouncing at all. We'd always just grind out there on the outside court on like concrete. And it was always really, really fun, but we were always playing all the time.
That's awesome. So we bring up basketball because it seems like everybody on the Iowa football team claims they're the best basketball player that's ever existed. Have you had this conversation with any of the guys yet?
A couple already. They were already saying they were playing at the rec this weekend, and I wish I could have gone, but I'm not playing right now. But they were all talking about just like, oh, like I'm the best one. Like I got the best jump shot. And I'm like, there's no way Logan Jones has a good jump shot.
Logan Jones.
Called out officially.
Yeah, sorry, Logan.
That's hilarious. We've started this like, and we didn't really mean to, but this like running kind of joke, like diss game where guys come in and like, oh no, totally. Like I would not take that guy in the starting 5. These guys sit in the bench. Like they have very
You're still
strong
new, so we're not
opinions.
going to make you give the top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know yet. We're going to learn as we go this semester. So.
I'm sure they'll tell you.
Oh yeah, I've heard enough already.
Oh, it's so good. I'm assuming you're a pitcher in baseball.
Yeah, I pitched and played outfield. So
Pitched and outfield.
yeah.
Were you a good batter?
I was all right.
Okay.
I was nothing special. I wasn't like the best of the best, but I was like middle of the order type guy. Yeah.
So aside from football, did you have any I guess I shouldn't say that. Did you have aspirations to play like at the college level in either of those other 2 sports?
Well, the problem with basketball is I was the center on our basketball team, so I'm obviously
6'3".
Yeah, not tall enough to be like a college center, so
Right.
the skills didn't really match up.
Okay.
But I knew since I was a kid that I really wanted to play college football. Like that was always the dream of playing Division I, and I mean playing Big Ten football, and now that's where I'm at, which is really, really cool, and it's a dream come true. So
Yeah. Probably not the route that you expected it to go.
no, not at all. But I made it at
You
some
made
point.
it.
Yeah,
That's all that matters.
Did you go to a big high school, small high school?
huge high school. We were, graduated with 981.
No way.
My
Yeah.
goodness,
Just in your
dude.
class?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And it's gotten a lot smaller since my sister went there because they ended up building another high school in Naperville.
Oh, okay.
But she graduated with like 1,300.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, it was a pretty big high school. But
So how many people did you know out of those 900 people, truthfully?
I saw
Such an Iowa question to
I saw
ask.
new people every day. There was a new person that I would see, and like even like going through graduation, like there's like people that were walking up and you'd be like, I don't know who that is. Like I've never heard of that person before. And that's literally
so
how it
wild.
is.
Wow, that's really crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because I graduated with like probably between 200 and 250.
And
And
you probably knew everybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
I cannot even imagine adding 700 more people to that.
How many times 200 is that?
What do you mean?
He said 900 people. You said 200. Do you know how many
I don't know.
times
I'm
that
not
is?
doing that today.
I like
I'm not
quizzing her
gonna
with
do
math because she's terrible.
Yeah. No.
Do the little thing where it's like all the, Zach Galifianakis, and he's got like all the.
Oh, I'm not going to give you that. I'm not going to do that. Now you got me off my question game.
Sorry,
but
200.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And just to imagine, I don't, sitting through that entire ceremony feels like,
Well, I was
probably
lucky. I was
a-
during COVID, so they ended up
Oh,
doing like
shoot.
a TV show, like not a TV show, but it was like a show pretty much, and they just had the names go across, and they had like a Zoom guy do like the valedictorian speech and everything like that. It was really weird, but I had to sit
keep
through
forgetting that there's COVID stuff that wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would have your senior year was when.
all that COVID stuff was going on. Yeah.
So did you play your senior year?
Yeah. So we played that senior year. My senior year fall was 2019.
Okay.
And then that spring was when everything went crazy.
But
it was kind of nice and also not nice to finish a senior year like that, because like I didn't have to do classes anymore. Like it was just like summer was here pretty much. I got to hang out with all my friends.
Right.
But it kind of sucked because you didn't get to have like the prom and everything like that, like the classic senior year stuff.
True. Oh, like that's a catch-22 for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So and then I kind of want to come back to that just because your freshman year like that had to have been kind of weird in
really
2020.
weird. Oh,
okay.
so weird.
We'll come back to that in a second. So the recruiting process in high school, what did that look like for you?
It was a lot different than a lot of other people's. Like, I mean, I was trying to go to a bunch of different camps, trying to get my name out there as much as possible. Like, I mean, I was going to this one that was huge at North Central College, which was in Naperville, a top D3 school. They would always bring in a bunch of the top schools that, Wisconsin, a bunch of the Big Ten schools and some other MAC schools, some smaller schools. And it was basically like a mega camp. So I'd go to all those. I'd go to a lot of the ones that are just kind of like around the Midwest. I wasn't traveling a ton outside of the Midwest, but a lot of schools that were coming in, watching me throw and everything like that kind of told me that I wasn't the best guy for them. Like I was always like lower on their board the entire time. So it kind of gave me a chip on my shoulder throughout my senior season. And I ended up having my best season that year. And then a lot of people started coming back to me asking for like walk-ons because they already had their guy, but they're like, oh, we missed out on you in this past spring. Like we want you to come now. But South Dakota State was one of the schools that said I was their top guy right from the beginning. And they were the only school to actually offer me a scholarship offer in college. Scholarship offer to go to college. And I kind of going through the process, I really liked it there. And they're the one team that really showed me a lot of love. And my dad kind of always said throughout the process was like, go where you're loved, go where you're appreciated. So these other schools that were kind of saying like, hey, yeah, you're like our third, fourth guy on our big board and stuff like that. It was like, man, screw these other schools. Like I'm gonna go to the place where I'm number one and I'm loved a lot. So I ended up going there and then ended up playing a bunch of these schools that kind of counted me out. And then after that, like more schools were like, man, we really missed on you. We really missed on you. But it's still like one of those things that like I have a chip on my shoulder for not being as highly recruited coming out of high school. And it ended up helping me excel at the college level. So.
And your dad, you mentioned your dad kind of had that advice for you, go where you're loved, go where you're appreciated. You said he coached you and he also played college football, did he not?
Yeah, he played at Drake.
Really?
Yeah, so he was a quarterback at Drake from like 81 to 85, I think it was.
Oh my gosh. So was he was probably a big influence just on your just being a quarterback, right? Like affecting your skills and everything. Was he your coach in high school?
Not in high school, but I wouldn't say he was as big of a coach for me skills wise.
Okay.
I actually worked with a quarterback coach throughout high school. His name's Jeff Christensen. He works with like a bunch of the top quarterbacks in the country, Mahomes and other guys like that. But my dad more kind of taught me on more like the leadership aspects of it, like being humble, like treating everyone like treat everyone the same and like in a team wise, but you need to treat people differently based on how they react to leadership, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like some people need to be like kind of kicked in the butt a little bit to like get them going, or some people need to be like coddled a little bit, like, you know, talk nicely to them. That's the best way they respond. So those are some of the things that he really taught me about like how to be a quarterback, not on like the physical side, but the mental side really. So
that's awesome to hear. Like the character development.
Yeah, the character development was the biggest thing.
Well, and it's funny you mentioned that, and I think I mentioned this on the podcast before, but so my receivers coach here was Bobby Kennedy, and I thought he was playing favorites because he treats some guys some way and then he didn't really say anything to me and then would say something else, but it's because like I was already hard on myself. I don't need you to double up on that.
Right.
Whereas this guy you needed to yell at him if you wanted to get what you wanted. But that's a skill that doesn't come naturally because you kind of want to blanket everything, right?
Right.
But knowing how to speak to each individual person to build that relationship, and then everybody grows. Like that's the part I'm getting chills talking about. Like that's the part where like you can really then dive into that role, and that's cool that you had that from your dad. Like that's really cool.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things that he always try to do to teach me is try to show appreciation to the guys that aren't as appreciated by like the normal community and everything like that, and especially as like the offensive line. So throughout high school and even college too, is I want to continue this tradition here, but having the offensive line over for breakfast after games at my house, and like I'm cooking it, or like my girlfriend, my mom is help cooking all the meals, because it's like you're doing something for them. You're giving them gratitude for providing, I guess, protection. Yeah. And just trying to show love in that way, because they don't always get all the appreciation from everybody else. So
that's really cool. That's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, it's a lot of eggs, a lot of pancakes. I make a lot of pancakes for them.
I bet. Are you a good cook then?
I try to be.
Try to be.
I watch a lot of like those TikTok, Instagram videos that try to reenact what they're making. But
that'd be terrible if you were like, "Hey guys, like come over to my house. I just want to show my appreciation." They show up like, "This is disgusting. Please don't ever invite us again."
Yeah, no, it's
you're getting sacked the next week. Like, we just don't want them to ask us back. They actually do. I don't know if you guys have talked about it yet, but the offensive line like dinners together. Have you heard of these yet?
No, not yet.
Oh yeah. They play games. And
probably just spoiled like a big thing they were going to have.
Yeah, they were going to. It was going to be a big surprise. Sorry, guys.
Dang it.
Logan was going to show you this jump shot. It was going to be a whole thing. No, but they like cook, I don't know, obscure things. I don't even know.
Well, I think Jennings is usually if Jennings is involved, it's going to be something weird.
Yeah.
But it's probably going to be really good. Hopefully those guys know how to cook.
I would assume.
They know how to eat. They should know how to cook.
I mean, if you can make a good raccoon stew.
Oh, I heard of them making some weird foods like that. I didn't know that there was a whole like offensive line dinner, but I've definitely heard of making some weird raccoon stew and stuff like that. So.
Yeah, totally.
I'm interested to try it though. I'm a guy that likes trying new foods and everything like that, so I'm here for it.
So you'd be all right. Well, when you get rabies or something else, let us know. We'll help you out. Oh, that's crazy. What was it like having your dad as your coach, though? Like, did you we've talked about this often, right? Like, does he want to coach like our son and daughter, whatever? Like, what exactly does that relationship look like? Because that's got to be, I don't know, just like a hard thing to balance of like when you get home and you sit down for dinner, we're not talking about football. We're not talking about baseball, right? Like, what was that like for you? I know it wasn't like once you got into high school, but what was that experience like?
From what I remember is we kind of kept it as much separated as possible. Like on the field, like he was coach, like he was always coach, like he wasn't dad to me. But definitely I had some weird interactions when he's trying to like tell people to do something or tell me to do something. It's kind of like that kid instinct to like, I don't want to listen to my dad. Like, why is my dad telling me this, blah, blah, blah. But knowing on the field, like he wants what's best for me. And he was always like the coach to me, and just like any other coach. But when it came to like, really trying to press me and everything like that. My best friend's dad was also the coach. Him and my dad coached together. So his dad would actually kind of get on me more, and then my dad would get on him more. So it was kind of like a cross paths kind of thing. But that's just part of like, I guess, growing up as kids, like you don't usually listen to your parents when you come to a certain age. So, but it was an interesting dynamic, but I really liked it. And then when we got home, like you said, like we didn't really talk about it too much. Like we kind of tried to keep it on the field and off the field kind of separately.
Yeah, that makes sense. Do your parents try to make it to like all of your games?
Oh, they haven't missed one.
Haven't missed one?
They haven't missed one. And
awesome.
Just the crazy support that they have is, I mean, they drove 9 hours every single week to South Dakota, and now they are super happy that it's only a 3-hour drive from Naperville to here.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And even just like all the other games, like we were looking at the schedule for next year, and they have more games that are like within like a closer radius, like that are really close to them, than I did in my 5 years at South Dakota State, which is like crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
So they're really excited about coming to all the games and having shorter distances to travel now.
Yes, definitely
cool.
a silver lining in that way.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay, so you get to South Dakota State.
Hold on, I want to go back to the recruiting thing.
Okay, sorry.
So you went to a massive high school. So coming up, so I graduated with 260. So like if you were a standout athlete in South Dakota, like you're probably going to find the field earlier. Was that kind of your experience, even though it was a bigger school, or was it like you get junior, senior year and that's it? What did that look like?
Yeah, so it's a lot different there. Like you don't get to see like those freshmen, or sometimes even in these smaller schools in Iowa and Minnesota, like you got 8th graders playing on the varsity team. Like that doesn't happen there. Like, I mean, you might get a couple sophomores that'll play up, but I mean, I was I think the third junior quarterback to ever play at my school. So it's always usually been a senior quarterback out of like our school's a newer school. So it's only like 30 years old, but I was only the third one as a junior. So it's always been like the older kids always play because you have so many of them.
Whoa.
So it's a lot different. So it's harder to get that film out there. And I was really glad I got the opportunity to play my junior year, but it's a lot different.
Because you only get 2 years to show what you got.
Right.
I'm thinking
exactly.
like Mark Sanchez or Sam Darnold played like 12 games and then they went to the league.
Yeah.
Like to think that you've got 1 year and you hope that your supporting cast is good enough to get you to the next level is wild.
Yeah.
That's cool that you had 2 years though.
Yeah.
Need a new roof, gutter, or siding in Eastern Iowa? Call JB Roofing and Construction, the local and reliable roofer with over 20 years of experience. They do one roof at a time, unlike others who juggle multiple projects and cut corners. They also serve a 45-mile radius around Kelowna and help you with any insurance claims. Don't wait. Call 319-656-ROOF or visit their website, jbroofingkelowna.com, for a free estimate. JB Roofing and Construction, the small-town roofer you can trust.
I love Estella's because it's fresh. From fresh grilled steak, to the salsas, to their fresh pressed tortillas. I love Estella's because it's made there right in front of you and it's quick and it doesn't feel like fast food.
It's fresh food made quick. We both love Estella's because it's made with love. They put a lot of pride in their food and customer service, and they're locally owned. Fresh food made quick with love. Check out Estella's today. Hey, Hawk fans, looking for the perfect spot to fuel up before or celebrate after a Hawkeye win? Look no further than Marquee Pizzeria, located in the vibrant Iowa River Landing.
Their wood-fired pizzas have truly changed the pizza game.
Whether you're cheering on the Hawkeyes or just searching for a delicious meal, Marquee Pizzeria is the place to be. Swing by and experience the best pizza in Iowa. Go Hawks.
When it comes to keeping our home comfortable, we trust only the best. Loudon Plumbing and Heating. Whether it's fixing a leaky sink, keeping the house cool, or making sure the furnace runs smoothly in winter, Loudon Plumbing and Heating is our go-to. For reliable service, trust the corridor's best. Loudon Plumbing and Heating.
It's just a lot different even in baseball and even in basketball too. Like there's always just a couple rare occurrences, but it's not common at all for like a underclassman to actually play up.
So in being at a big school, was it more common for these schools to come in and be recruiting just because they know that there's so many kids? Or was your school not necessarily highly recruited historically?
I think that, there's kids that are above me that ended up going to Navy, Notre Dame, Illinois, like a bunch of those schools. But I always think that Illinois is pretty under recruited nationally as a whole. But our high school, especially, I feel like there's a lot of guys that ended up going to play college sports. Like we had a lot of guys that went D3, D2, or played other sports as well. But I felt like we were kind of under recruited as a whole school, as a whole, really.
There's too many to look at.
I guess,
Coaches are like, I don't have time to look at all these guys.
But even just like the Chicagoland area too, like there's a ridiculous amount of schools. Like, we have 8 classes for football and they're trying to look at all these schools. Like they're going to miss on a lot of kids overall. So.
Wow, that's a really good point. And to your point of saying like, it's typically like a senior that's going to be the quarterback. Like at any point were you like, I don't even think I want to try. That would be my perspective.
Yeah, no, that was not my perspective at all.
I can tell you right now, that was never his mentality.
It's just me. But I'm not going to sit here for 3 years or wait for maybe a moment.
But like you see, like at those schools too, like we had freshman A, freshman B, sophomore A, sophomore B, JV, and varsity. Wow. And that's how it was for like basketball and baseball as
so
well.
You have 6 teams.
Yeah.
Or 6 grades, you could call it.
Yeah.
With the 2 separated. That's insane.
Dang. And yeah, you're right. We do have a lot of like schools around here that are 8th graders playing up on varsity because they just simply, there was a time, so he used to coach for Solon, which is just
that's one of my best friends, Adam Bach. Played at Solon, and then Caleb Bach's there right now, like his younger brother. But
well, I coached Owen.
Oh, you coached Owen Bach? Yeah. I was at the game against Regina last weekend. They were playing basketball there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
To watch Owen and Caleb, but yeah.
Very cool. Another connection there. The Midwest is all tied somehow.
Yes.
Shoot, where was I going? Oh yeah, there were a couple of games with schools in their division class, whatever you want to call it, where the freshman team just didn't, or JV team just didn't get to play because all of their players had to play varsity, regardless of age.
Yeah,
and so it's like just the varsity game.
That's what's nice about Chicago is there's so many schools. Like there's always going to be there's so many big schools too.
So see, you're not waiting 3 years.
You're still playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get to
You're just
play.
trash until your fourth year.
Well, third.
Third.
Yeah,
Well,
third.
present company excluded.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so now you get your two shot. You said that a lot of schools said that like you were a little bit lower down. So, and you said South Dakota State was the only one that offered you. What kind of walk-on opportunities did you have? And did you ever seriously consider them?
Yeah, I was actually, Wisconsin was always one of my favorite schools. I can't say that now, but I cancel that, cut that out. But they offered me Michigan State. Iowa was actually one of the schools that offered me a walk-on spot too. Stanford is one that I was really considering just because I love the academic side of things. And it'd be like, oh, if you go to Stanford, like you're kind of set up for connections-wise the rest of your life. But I was really kind of considering like Stanford and Wisconsin, and then South Dakota State was like the scholarship that I actually had. There was a couple other ones that ended up coming out, but nothing that I really was considering for the most part.
Was Coach Stig the head coach at the
Yes,
time?
yeah.
Because he's not still there, right?
No, he retired 2 years ago.
Okay, I knew it was relatively recent. He recruited me coming out of high school.
Oh, really?
Real briefly, because I went to Iowa, but either way, he was super nice. And their facilities were, I think they were brand new back at the time, which would have been 2013.
Yeah, they're
That's
just
12 years
developing.
ago.
Yeah.
Oh, that's wild. I don't want to say that out loud anymore. But so now you get to South Dakota State. Now you can kind of go with where you were going to go.
I don't remember where I was going to go. Oh, COVID. Yeah. So your freshman year had to feel like so strange, right? Like,
Yeah, it was weird. We got the announcement like right when I got there pretty much that the season was going to be canceled. And then we didn't know for like 2 weeks that they actually moved the season to the spring. So we played the FCS season in the spring that year.
I remember that. Yeah. It was
You know,
really
it was really kind of a blessing in disguise because then it technically was like an early enrollee and got to like go through the 15 practices and got to lift with the team, actually develop and learn the playbook.
You're talking that fall.
That fall, yeah, that first fall that I was there. But we were taking COVID tests as a team, trying to like make sure that we were like trying to seclude ourselves from like the normal populations of students, and everyone's wearing masks to classes. And obviously, like Iowa and South Dakota, like the restrictions compared to like how it is in Chicago is a lot different.
Right.
But there's still a ton of restrictions with our team. But as I was saying before, like it was a blessing in disguise because all that time that I got to prepare for that season then in the spring, I ended up getting the chance to be the starter and got the starting job for the first game. And a little bit thanks to COVID, some of the quarterbacks above me got COVID and had to miss out for a couple weeks.
Thanks to COVID.
Well, I guess not thanks to COVID. You know what I mean. In the grand scheme of things, like it helped out in the end. But they didn't get sick or anything like that.
in your like appreciation when you win a national championship here at Iowa and you give your first like speech, can you say that?
Thanks to
I
COVID.
just want to say thanks to COVID for giving me the opportunity to start at South Dakota State. Sorry, continue.
But no, and it was just really weird overall. Just, all the classes were online too. So it was kind of hard to meet people outside of football, but like the real relationships and the real people that you really build relationships with is on the football team. So we got to actually spend time together, and it was nice having a freshman roommate that was from around from where I'm from, and it kind of helped with the transition into that as well.
So walk me through the couple years at South Dakota State, like the career, all of the numbers, all of the things. Like, just take this as a moment to it's like a recruiting pitch, but you're already here, so you don't have to sell yourself. But I'm just curious what exactly that looked like.
It was one of the, I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah.
It was such an awesome experience with all the people there. And my freshman year got to play a full season, and we ended up going to the national championship. And what sucked is on the sixth play of the game, I ended up getting hurt and was out for the rest of the game. We ended up losing that game by 2 points in like the last 10 seconds of the game, which sucked. But that next year I was out and got the opportunity to learn under a quarterback that came in, Chris Oladokin, who's playing for the Chiefs right now. He's going to be hopefully win his third Super Bowl ring, which is awesome. But that was a big learning year for me, and growth wise, just trying to learn just how football is, like learning coverages, learning from a guy that was a 6-year when I was in my second year. And that was really great. But then the next year, coming off that injury, got to play at Iowa, first game back. And obviously everyone kind of remembers that game. That was a stinker. That was a stinker for sure. But I mean, throughout that entire career then, and we ended up going to 3 national championships, winning 2 of them, won the Walter Payton Award, which is like the FCS Heisman 2 years ago, and had a lot of great relationships with people on the team that ended up, I mean, that team that we won the national championship 2 years ago. I think 10 of the 11 guys are going to be on NFL rosters next year or on practice squads. So, I mean, we had a really, really good squad there, and played a lot of fun games against teams, and we were a pretty dominant team in the FCS. But I mean, I wouldn't trade my experience for anything there.
Very cool. So Matt grew up in South Dakota, so you guys can kind of bond over that.
What part?
Bit.
Do you know where Sioux Falls is?
Yes.
I mean, I'm assuming. So I'm from Brandon Valley.
Oh, okay, yeah. There's a bunch of guys from BV.
Oh, yeah.
No?
Yeah. So his older sister was a year younger than I.
Oh, okay.
And we like did track long term together. Because he was a dog at.
Oh, he was
D-line, right?
He was Mr. December. He'd always come out, and when playoffs started rolling around, he was a defensive end, and he'd have an interception. He had a pick six. Like, he was insane when December came. But he was a good guy. He was from BV.
Because he had like long blonde hair too, right?
Yeah. He finally cut it, and now he looks like a completely different person.
He probably looks better.
Did you used to have long hair?
I have a tradition every season. Once the fall camp starts, I usually cut my hair right before fall camp starts, and then don't cut it the rest of the year.
So it's
I
just like
usually grow
Jackson
it out.
Stratton. You and Jackson Stratton can grow your hair together.
Yeah, that's the plan. So I usually, by the end of the year, like, I usually have some like hair flowing out of the helmet. Call it flow.
Ah, okay. So, do you get tired of it after a while, or you're like, I can't?
Yeah, it's kind of nice to cut it off by the end.
Yeah.
I mean, the maintenance and stuff of long hair.
Then you got to do the
sucks.
hair flip before you put the helmet on.
I always wear a headband. Try to hold it back. So
man,
yeah.
There was a tweet going around. I can't remember who put it out there.
I already know what you're gonna say.
Which one is it? What are you thinking?
Are you talking about the one with the mustache?
Yeah, I think so. It's like, he was like a handlebar, the one, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was a good one.
When it was like the Mark Gronowski era, and they put like lights on your eyes or whatever. Did
Yeah,
you that
we need
one?
to find that tweet.
No, it's so funny. But what was the inspiration behind that?
So
facial hair.
We had something for our homecoming at SDSU. It was called Hobo Days. Yeah. So a month leading up to Hobo Days, you're not allowed to shave, and so you have to just let your facial hair grow and see what it comes to. And then the day before the game, we kind of have a team tradition, like everyone kind of shaves their facial hair into something crazy. So some people have like big mutton chops or something like that. Some people have like the Fu Manchu like I had. And there's usually a competition on the team, like who has the best facial hair and who has the worst facial hair, because there's some people that
just can't grow it.
No, they can't grow anything. Just have like little chin hair and stuff like that. So you get the best beards and the worst beards on the team, which is always fun. But that's why I always did the Fu Manchu. Me and another teammate would always end up doing that, and it was always just kind of funny. It does be fun.
It kind of fit, honestly. I was like, that works.
Everyone always kind of said that I looked like what's his name again? Dwight Goodman, or I think it's what's his name? The guy from Dodgeball.
Ben Stiller?
Yeah, Ben Stiller.
His character?
Yeah, his character.
I don't know what his character, I don't know what the name is. You know that movie really well.
Yeah, it's really annoying, but that with the headband and the Fu Manchu, I can see it.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the vibe I was getting. And I was like, yeah, it kind of fits, because maybe I was just thinking of that guy. That totally makes sense.
You mentioned Hobo Days. Do you know the backstory behind Hobo Days? Because I actually don't.
I don't really know the exact.
It's kind of like a week-long festival at South Dakota State, right?
Yeah,
and there's like
much.
a big party after the game.
Yeah, there's big parties
like
after the game, but even like the week leading up to it, like on Friday, like the whole the whole town basically shuts down. There's like a parade through town, and there's like concert celebrations of like all downtown, and I don't know why or like what the backstory is at all, but it's always a pretty fun week there. So.
Anybody in the comments, if you can give us the background.
Cool. Somebody will. They'll be like, actually. And then it'll be like this super long paragraph.
Back in 1908,
I'm
Weary
serious.
Will came to town.
I'm serious. When you go watch it, look for the comments. Somebody will find it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. What's the fan base like at South Dakota State? You guys can probably both speak to that, but it seems like they have a really good following in that area. Are there any other schools that you can really follow? There's South Dakota, like universities.
USD, but USD was better this year than I think they've been in years past.
But I mean, their stadium only fits, I think, 9,000, and they only packed it in with like 4 every single game. But for us, I mean,
USD catching straight.
Yeah,
For no,
I don't like those guys. I don't like those guys. But I mean, our stadium, we'd always be 20,000 every single game pretty much all season. And what's been really cool to see the growth since I've gotten there. We've always been like every single year we've set a record for like the highest like average attendance for games every single year. So
cool.
It's slowly increasing and the fans are usually loud. But when the cold games start coming, it's December, we're playing in negative 14 degrees. You know, the real fans come out and they're the loudest ones, and they try to stay warm, but I know it's probably really, really difficult for them during those games.
So now we're going to transpose the 20,000 that's like breaking records to consistently playing in front of 77,000. Like, so the one time you came out, right?
It's a little less than 70.
But I'm pretty sure like when they do the actual attendance, it's around 77,000. They don't seat 77,000.
We'll say it.
77,000. Obviously you played at Kinnick once before, but like that's going to be your every Saturday type of crowd. Like
I'm pumped. I'm pumped. Yeah, no, that was the loudest stadium I've played in. Like, I mean, we played at Oklahoma State this past year too, and that was nowhere even close to being comparable to what Kinnick was like. And I mean, we had 2 false start penalties to start off that game when we played here. So I mean, it was really, really loud. But I'm really happy to try and be going to be on the other side of it when they're actually cheering, when we're scoring touchdowns, and being loud when our defense is out there trying to dismantle the other team, which is going to be really, really fun.
Okay, I have 2 questions back to South Dakota State. First of all, are you familiar with Game Day Social?
Yes.
Okay, did it start there?
I don't know if it started there, but
they sell a lot of Jackrabbits gear.
Oh, a ton of stuff. And they have a whole store, and they have a whole store there. And I wouldn't be surprised, 'cause I mean, a lot of the girls I know ended up doing like photo shoots for them, and they're always wearing like Iowa gear, Tennessee gear. So totally. I might have started there. I mean, I know one of the
started
people
following them like a long time ago. And I feel like it started with South Dakota State. So I didn't know if you knew, but yeah, they do a really great job.
No,
and they sell Iowa stuff too. So shout out to them.
Yeah, they have a ton of cool stuff. That's what my girlfriend always ends up going there and buying a ton of their stuff. And that's where a lot of her game day apparel ends up being. So
it's important to have good game day apparel.
That's what she loves. She loves worrying about that. She's already trying to figure out her Iowa stuff too.
If she needs any help, please send her my way.
I will.
It's one of my favorite things to do. When he was playing, I was like, I have to figure this out like now, like literally a year in advance. I need to know what I'm wearing.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And then change it 4 times a day.
Exactly.
That's
always how it works
that's
out,
not
right?
what you picked out.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. Well, that's exciting. I'm excited for her. It's a big deal. And the other question I had was, it feels like they're always playing North Dakota State in the national championship. I could be a little biased because I'm not paying as much attention, but it just feels like that's always what the game is. Is that pretty accurate?
It's always either us or North Dakota State. And we got one year that we actually did play them. I mean, we played them one year when I was there, and we ended up beating them pretty good. It was like 45-21 or something like that,
okay.
You know. But that was our first national championship, so that was really cool. Like feat to like beat your biggest rival and win a national championship at the same time. And that was Coach Stig's last game too, because he ended up retiring on top there, which was really cool for him. But I mean, it's usually always us and them every single year that we're always competing for the top spot. And this year we ended up playing them twice, one in the both on ESPN, which was really cool, and both at their stadium, which is always super loud, but again, not as loud as Kinnick. But it's gonna be weird not having to see those guys every single year. But it was always a super tough game, gritty game, and it's always like the 1 versus 2 every single time we seem to play them.
That's what I'm saying. Because I think we turned it on to watch like this past season, and I was like, they just play the same people every time.
Because whenever it seems to get on ESPN where everyone's watching, it's always us versus them. So
True. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I guess that checks out. You talk about playing in cold weather. That would be cold, playing in North Dakota.
Well, all
They
those
have a
schools
dome.
have
They have
domes.
indoor?
Yeah. We're the only Dakota
It's the
team.
Fargo Dome.
Why would I know that?
We're the only Dakota team to actually have an outdoor stadium, which I think gives a big advantage. And
That's cool.
that's what's kind of nice about even just moving and playing here now, is that the cold's not going to matter. So hopefully when we're in the playoffs next season, we can play out in the cold and get that home game out there, which would be fun. So
All the other ones are just big babies.
yeah, exactly.
You just need to be copied like that.
Golly, so much shade being thrown.
I know. I don't know anything about that team.
So you get to the end of the tenure at South Dakota State, and then you got to decide, were you debating NFL or transfers, kind of where you were at?
Yeah, I mean, that was the big thing. And one of my mentors, was an old quarterback coach of mine, was kind of just test out the waters in the transfer portal and kind of see what happens. And I kind of made it known at South Dakota State going into this season that it was going to be my last year there. I spent 5 years there. It's kind of did everything I can at that level. And the NFL I thought was going to be the best thing for me. And then after talking to a couple people, they said, just see what happens in the transfer portal. And you can always end up deciding to go to the NFL route if you don't like the schools or anything like that. But Iowa was a school that reached out then and ended up coming on a visit here. And I loved every second of it. Loved Coach Lester. Loved Coach Ferentz. He really reminded me of Coach Stig when I was first getting recruited. And they have very similar values when it comes to the team, and it's a Midwest culture too, which is
Right.
like what you love coming from South Dakota to coming to Iowa. It's a lot of the same values for everybody, so it was a pretty great transition.
Was the transfer portal wild?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Your phone's blowing up 24/7, and I mean, I think I had at one point like 500 text messages that were like unread. And then I had a day that I had like 25 missed calls. Like you're just getting people texting everywhere. And one of the biggest things too is the coaching staff at South Dakota State all left and went to Washington State, because a lot of them were going to end up following the coaches there.
Sure.
But my roommate here now, Bryce Hawthorne, he came from South Dakota State with me, so got to get to live with him here, and went on a visit here with him too, which was kind of fun. But just trying to communicate with all those people while also having coaches trying to text you, wanting to call you, communicate with you, trying to get you on visits. It was a wild process.
What's so crazy about that is I feel like we're like breaking a rule by you talking about that, but we're not. Like you know what I mean? Like, because it just is so different from how it's been in the past up to the last 2 years or whatever it's been for the transfer portal and like NIL, like all that stuff. Anytime we start talking about that, I'm like, oh my gosh, should we be discussing? You know what I mean?
No, that's
like,
real, yeah.
It has to feel kind of weird to be like directly contacted by a coach, right? At first, you're kind of like, oh, do I respond to this?
Yeah, because like during the high school times, like there's always like non-contact.
it's like, don't say
points.
anything.
It's a crazy world, and college football. It's gone through a crazy change these past 3 years, and I don't think it's going anywhere for the next couple of years at least. So
Yeah. Wow.
At some point, they're gonna have to wrangle something.
yeah, they're gonna
Because-
have to try, but I don't know how they're going to do it.
Well, I feel like the NCAA was like, fine, have what you want, and then opened it up, and now they're like, see, it's not so fun, is
Yeah,
it? And
right,
they're like,
exactly.
all right, let's go back and wrangle this in a little bit.
Yeah.
I
Hopefully
kinda
they end
see
up
it.
doing that.
Yeah, it's like our son wanted to ride his bike to the store the other day, which was like 20 minutes away. And it was like negative degrees. And we were like, no, you can't. And he was like, I can. And we're like, fine, go ahead. So he drove his truck next to him and he was on the sidewalk and he made it like
just
a
waited.
block. He made it a block and he's like, I'm cold. Like, go get in the car. It's like that.
Yeah.
And threw the bike in my truck, and I was like, all right, here we go.
Go get in the car. We're going to the store.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what it's going to be like. The NCAA is like, fine, ride your bike to the store.
Sometimes you just got to learn on your own.
Yeah,
And
that's
sometimes
right.
the best way to do it. Right?
It is really cool though to get to see. I mean, just with transferring too, like when he was playing, it was like you transfer likely to a smaller school, and then you're going to you have to sit for a year. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, so it's kind of frowned. Like if you're going to transfer, like, I don't know, it's kind of a tough thing. But now like guys like you, and we're talking to like Eric Gall last year or the year prior, I guess. Just guys that have entered and had like their phones blow up.
Right.
Like totally different experience. And then probably being sold on the fact of like, no, we're going to play you right away. Come with us. You know, that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
no,
Like
it's
just totally flip the script.
It's ridiculous too now, and I think that they should probably end up having that rule come back about having to sit a year. Oh, not this year, obviously, but
Everybody else should have to fail.
everyone
Yeah.
should, yeah. But it's just crazy. I mean, all the movement and everything with the transfer portal nowadays, and I mean, I ended up having the opportunity to go to the Manning Passing Academy last year, so got to meet a bunch of quarterbacks from around the country. But one of the first questions after everyone introduced themselves is, raise your hand if you are at your second or third or sometimes even fourth school. And literally I turned around and like 40 of the 50 guys had their hands up, and I'm like, this is absolutely ridiculous. Like they need to like have everyone like calm down, like have some loyalty about something or anything like that. But no, I'm part of that group. So
To be fair,
out.
it's your sixth year.
Yeah.
It's a grad
different.
transfer, right?
right. Yeah. Grad transfer.
Is this your last year of eligibility then?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang.
What'd you go to school for?
Mechanical engineering.
Oh my God.
So I'm
Smart
finishing my, I finished that in 4, and then I'm finishing my master's of engineering right now.
Whoa.
So I'll finish that at the end of this spring.
So you're pretty meticulous. detail driven.
Well, when he said Stanford for the academics, I was like, this dude already smart. I'm curious what he went to school for.
Well, I was planning on going the business route, but one of my teachers in high school ended up saying, like, just try mechanical engineering, just see what happens. Like, you're always good at math and science, like, figure that out. And then at some point I was too far into it to back out, so I couldn't quit. So I just kept going with mechanical engineering, but met a lot of great people through it. And I've really enjoyed it for the most part. So
what do you do with that? Like, what's an ideal job for a mechanical engineer?
it's a great question.
You don't know?
That's a great question. So that's plan B right now. I'm kind of focused really on plan A.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot of things that you can do with it, but I want to try and do something once football's all done. Try to do something where I can actually like interact with people. I like talking to people, like interacting, and not have to have like a job where I'm only working with like 2 people and really trying to like do like the nitty gritty, like science nerd out kind of stuff. Like I want to actually communicate with the customers, communicate with clients, and build relationships with people really. So
that's really cool.
Yeah.
And so I'm assuming just with your leadership brain, you'd probably like to lead people as well, like a group of people. Would you ever own your own company?
That would be like the end result. And obviously I got to learn in that field. I got to get some experience and stuff, but eventually like having your own company, being able to lead people in that kind of thing and get the most out of people would be the end all goal. So,
that's really cool. What's your dad do?
He works for a company called RPR, which is Realtor Property Resources. He,
Realtor, you say?
Yeah, realtor. Yeah.
I'm a real estate agent. That's why I bring it up.
Yes. I mean, you might use his, product then since you're.
I see RPR emails come through.
Yeah. So
that's wild.
That's the NAR, right? The National Association of Realtors. So you have a license with them. Mm-hmm. His company is basically kind of funded through them, and every realtor has the opportunity to use his product, which is like a software that's like realtor.com. But it's only for realtors, like licensed realtors, and it has a bunch of that all MLS data and all that good stuff.
That's wild.
Whoa.
Small. Yeah. The world keeps getting smaller.
Yeah. Mark, you were meant to be here. That's all we can say. Right. Somehow there was so many strings.
It's like you needed a home.
Yeah.
Good one.
Real
that was a good one.
Oh, that's.
Come on, Laura.
Sorry.
Dad jokes.
I was really slow on that one.
Clip it.
Yep. Well, that's awesome. So then you get to, when did you get to Iowa? Did you officially move in?
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
So you're brand new on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know where a lot of things are and where the addresses and everything that I've been getting sent. And some guys are telling me like, oh, let's go out to eat. And then they're saying a restaurant. I'm like, I don't know where that is. I got to look that up and try to figure out where. Yeah, Google Maps has been huge for me so far.
You pulled up in that giant truck. License plate QB11.
Nice. I've already gotten some crap for it here, but I had a deal with a good friend, Brian Sather in South Dakota with the Chevy dealership there.
Okay.
So they ended up hooking me up with that, and then I was like, what are the odds we can get this cool license plate on there too?
Just throw it in as a little extra.
Right, exactly.
But it's kind of like a Jackrabbit Blue. We might have to get you.
That's why, we might have to figure something out.
Some sort of like black truck with
some yellow stitching on the inside or something like that. Some
Yeah.
He's got big dreams.
That idea. Yeah. We've been trying to get some NIL deals for guys with golf clubs. Are you a golfer at all?
Huge golfer.
Are you really?
Golfer. Yeah.
Okay.
I started 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. I worked at a country club back in Brookings.
Okay.
But
they have those there?
Yeah. They do.
No offense, Brookings.
They do have those there. But I would play like almost every other day during the summer. Try to get better. I still suck, but
but you like it.
Yeah, it's always it's so much fun. Just like the opportunity to just like hang out with the guys and just like chill, and it's just so much fun.
Fingbine's tough. The university.
That's what
course.
I've heard. I heard the greens are really, really tough to putt on. So I've been told to go to Brown Deer is one of the really
Brown
fun
Deer's
ones.
open. If you really, Saddleback's my favorite. It's the one out in Solon, which admittedly we live in Solon, but there's no like trees in between fairways. So if I smack it and go on that fairway, I still can keep playing it. Yeah, I can keep playing it.
That's my kind of golf right there.
No, I've only played Finkbine twice. The first time I played Finkbine, and I'm not trash at golf, but I'm also not good.
Yeah.
Why are you giggling?
Oh, yeah. How bad is it?
I lost count after 120 because I got so mad. And then the second time I shot a 99 and I was ready to go in the pro-am. Yeah. After that. But Finkbine's like a ton of trees. It's a beautiful course.
Yeah, it looks great.
Really tough.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna try and play it this summer and see what happens. But I'm probably gonna be the same result. I'm probably gonna be the same results as you that first time.
It's funny. You should ask. I don't know. Maybe they've told you about it, but there's some story with Zach that he told of like.
Yeah, he said he shot like a 30. What did he say? A 32 on the front nine or something.
Something like that.
It was like 4 under on the front nine.
But then all of a sudden we heard like from another guy that was like, well,
Logan's
that
like,
was
he
because
didn't shoot that.
yeah, and there was like all these like
there's an
behind the
asterisk up
scenes.
there.
Yeah. So it gets a little like basketball equals golf is what we're learning.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of the O linemen like going out all like on Thursdays and stuff like that, or they go in during the summer all the time. So I'm excited to actually go out there and golf and compete against those guys. And
Yeah, well,
if
you have
I've been
to
getting a lot of crap from Addison Ostrenga that he's one of the best golfers on the team. So we're gonna have to really see what that comes down to when we play against each other.
Understood.
If you go out there and you see 2 linemen in a golf cart, can you take a video of that? Because
Yeah, I got
I've
you.
got a hard time believing that that's moving fast down the course.
You got Jennings and like Bo Stevens or something in the same cart together.
They
like-
might as well be walking at that point. But.
You have to think like the golf course people are like, oh man, here they come again. Like we got to work on that golf cart after they're done. Oh, very cool. Do you have any other hobbies? Anything else that you like to do outside of sports?
And mechanical engineering.
Well, that too.
My life really revolves around sports. Like I love watching sports. I'm always watching football whenever it comes on, NFL, college football, and love watching college basketball. But I mean, everything I kind of do revolves around sports for the most part. I play a couple video games here and there with the guys, but it's usually sports video games for the most part. So yeah, I'm kind of a nerd when it comes to sports. So
Nice. Well, That's great. Well, I know Hawkeye fans are super pumped to have you and pumped to have you on campus. The reaction from all of Hawkeye Nation when you like officially signed and that was public was super cool. Is that cool for you to see too?
It was really cool. And just to see all the love from everybody. And I mean, I try to stay off Twitter when it comes to some of those things because, I mean, Twitter can be a nasty place sometimes and it can be a really cool place. So I try not to read everything into it, but I mean, a couple comments here and there. It was really special to show this, to see all the love from Hawkeye Nation and the appreciation that I was coming, which was really cool for me and my family.
I think there's a direct similarity in that, like, South Dakota, you basically have USD, SDSU, and that's it. You don't have a professional sports team.
Right.
It's the same thing here. It's Iowa and then Iowa State, but it's typical. But like, it's Iowa, like that's it. So it's
You forgot you and I, but yeah.
you and I, but
Yeah.
he feels the same way about you and I. But like, that's the creme de la creme. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool to already be at that status, and it's almost like you're taking a closer. I mean, you are taking a closer step to the NFL by going to a Big Ten school, but seeing like the going from 20,000 to 77,000. Seeing what that's like, and then moving on, obviously to the NFL after that, I feel like it's a pretty cool trajectory.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it, and obviously like there's that fan base at South Dakota because I mean again like what you said, there's the only sports team there, but I mean the population of South Dakota and Iowa is a little bit different, so the growth and everything I've seen on at least like social media and the love there is like at like a times 10 level, which has been really really cool to see, and obviously like you said too, like playing in front of 70,000 people is going to be really awesome, and just to hear Kinnick rocking this year, especially with all the big games we got coming in, it's going to be a lot of fun.
That first swarm, I'm looking forward to seeing you out there with the. Well, I don't know if you probably can't see the headband with your helmet on.
No, it's usually just when it comes off. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying if he's like leading the swarm, he's got his helmet off, he's got
With
the
the-
headband.
Can we
the
bring
Fu
this-
Manchu,
can we bring that back?
I've been already told by a couple of guys I have to bring it back for the
no
game, so I
homo
guess I'm
days,
gonna have to. Yeah, right. While it's going on at SDSU, I might keep the tradition while it's like while
go.
I'm here or something, or try to convince a couple of guys to do it with me here.
Yeah.
Clear with KF first. We don't need the front line of the swarm to all be Fu Manchus.
I could just picture him being like, no, please don't.
That'd be fun though. It'd be really fun.
It would be really
It'd be
fun.
something.
All right. Well, we'll put in a vote for that. But Mark, we just appreciate you making time to come in here.
It
And
was a great time.
I just think this was a cool opportunity for all the Hawkeye fans and people listening to get to know you a little bit better and just get more excited about the year to come.
Yeah, it was really fun being on, and I'm glad you ended up inviting me to come on, and hopefully they learned a little bit more about me, and it was really fun. So.
Sweet. Thanks, Mark. And best of luck as the spring goes on and summer and fall camp too. We can't wait to watch you.
Appreciate
in
it. Go Hawks.
Go. Oh, is that the first time you said publicly go Hawks?
I think so.